in the desert. And on his journey, he was attacked by wild beasts. And so he ran until he found a fortress. And he stood outside of the fortress and he said, A'udhu billah, I seek refuge in Allah with this fortress to protect me from the wild beasts. But he sat there out in front of the fortress, only saying, A'udhu billah, bihadha al-husn al-hasin, and he never went inside. And so the beast ate him up because he only made his isti'adha, but he did not act upon it. And he did not actually seek the protection that the fortress actually gave. And so as it tells us, as Allah tells us in Surah Al-Dhariyat, verse 50, فَفِرُّوا إِلَى اللَّهِ إِنِّي لَكُمْ نَذِيرٌ مُبِينٌ. And run, escape to Allah.
Bam. I greet you in the words of Assalamu alaikum, which means peace and blessings be upon you. And I mention both Jesus and Muhammad's names, peace be upon them both, because they were both messengers of truth and reality. And you're looking at the Underground Railroad TV show. We come on every Saturday night at 10:30, but we on YouTube. This will be on YouTube. So I want to say hi to the people in the United States, Canada, Central America, Asia, Africa, Middle East. And I'm just most definitely not going to leave out Mali. Okay. Today, you know what? We're going to be talking about relief. There are people that need help. There are people that need assistance. And I have Miss Fatima on from Mali Relief. And I want to, thank you for accepting the invitation. And I'm not going to reach to shake her hand because we don't shake Islamic hand, the hand of an Islamic sister. We know better. So please, can you tell us something about yourself before we get started?
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Fatima Traore, and I'm from Mali. I've been in Chicago almost 12 years, and I'm a board member of Mali Relief. When this Islamic war started on the northern part of the country, Malian community in Chicago knew to give hands to one another, to come with a common agreement of doing something, reacting, and as quick as possible. And we all knew as Malians, we don't have so many Malians in Chicago. And
Imam is a Malian, but go ahead.
And we decided to go toward the masjid, which is an entity that is well organized.
Yes, ma'am.
And when we went and knocked on the door, of course, Brother Omar could not say no because he's Malian. And we were able to put the organization together. And our mission is to help those in need back home. Mali is well known for his history. One of the first Islamic school, university.
Yes. Thinking Timbuktu, right?
Timbuktu.
Okay.
Yes, Timbuktu.
You know what? There's a war. I want to touch on that because there are people that will be looking at this over the internet. There's a war going on in Mali right now. Can you give us an update from the knowledge that you do have?
The war has been going on for about 11 months after everything that had happened in Libya, coming from northern Africa.
Yes, ma'am. Excuse me, we're going to take a break somewhere in the middle so we get the Imam, man. Okay, but go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Okay. The war started, it's been on for a while, and thanks for the French people who came and kind of like try to help us because it was going on for a month. The world were silent about it. I don't know why. The world was very, very silent. When French Francois Hollande, the French president, decided to come and help Malians. All of the rest of the country decided to come along with him.
Yes,
But
ma'am.
we need more help. Before the war, Mali is among one of the poorest countries on earth.
Yes, ma'am. You know, let me ask you something about Mali. There's a war going on with Al-Qaeda. Is Mali, is it an Islamic country, or is it a mixture of people from different denominations or different groups?
Mali is a mixture of different groups. We're not a Islamic country.
Okay. Can you explain to the people out there that don't understand, can you share a story with us of somebody that's having a hard time in Mali with the poverty? Explain the poverty. Tell us your story. Because you know what we need, need individuals to make donations. And let me ask you something. When you use the term donations, are you just talking about to help with cash? Or can they volunteer? Or can they give clothes?
We need donation with so many different things. We need donation as far as money, clothes, food. When you're born in the United States of America, I cannot pass on without saying this, you are among those who are very well privileged.
Yes, ma'am.
With little less than $1, you can save a life. Over here in the United States, we drink water every day.
Yes.
Just because we wanted to. But this is a need in my country. We have families that don't have no water, they don't have no food, and they don't have no roof over their head. And we have also orphans, people who lost their parent. And we also have the need for health, because when there is war, of course, you're going to have people who will be injured. We have so many injuries, and they need help.
Yes, ma'am. And you know what, we're going to take just a couple minute break, because you know what, we have a special guest in the house that we're going to bring on. Just take a couple minute break, and you're going to hear excerpts for a couple minutes, okay? Let's take a break. We have the Imam.
To needless sport and play. It is almost like a person, as the Imam Rahimahullah said, it's like a person who was stranded in the desert. And on his journey, he was attacked by wild beasts. And so he ran until he found a fortress. And he stood outside of the fortress and he said, A'udhu billah, I seek refuge in Allah with this fortress to protect me from the wild beasts. But he sat there out in front of the fortress, only saying, A'udhu billah, bihadha al-husn al-hasin, and he never went inside. And so the beast ate him up because he only made his isti'adha, but he did not act upon it. And he did not actually seek the protection that the fortress actually gave. And so as it tells us, as Allah tells us in Surah Al-Dhariyat, verse 50, فَفِرُّوا إِلَى اللَّهِ إِنِّي لَكُمْ نَذِيرٌ مُبِينٌ. And run, escape to Allah, for surely I am a clear warner. And so the Prophet, peace be upon him, was told to tell his followers that you should escape to Allah. So you don't escape into nothingness, into depression, or oppression, or hayat ad-dunya, but escape to Allah. Firru ilallah. And so we found ourselves with the soul.
Assalamu alaikum. You're listening to the Underground Railroad TV show, and this will be on the internet. And this is about Mali relief. And, you know, I have the Imam in the house from Masjid Al-Farooq at 8920 South Stony Island in Chicago. It's a big thing. But thank you, sir, for accepting the invitation. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam wa
Yes,
rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
yes, sir. Can you please say hi to everyone in the Masjid Al-Farooq and the elders? I would like to ask you, sir, what can the people do? Can you tell us about Mali? You're doing an excellent job, too.
Great.
And the help that is needed to help this country.
First, thank you so much for inviting me tonight to be with you. Yes. My name is Usman Rami. I am the Imam of Masjid Al-Farooq, which is located on 8950 South Stone Island. I am originally from Mali. Been living in the U.S. now for past 10 years.
Yes, sir.
And, so to answer your question, of course, in Mali, many of you may know Mali to be Timbuktu. It was a great learning center throughout the history. And, Mali holds the written history of Africa and learning. Since last year in 2012, we had some situation there. Yes. When the rebel tribe, or Tuareg tribe, came back from Libya. Libya heavily loaded with the weapon. Yes. And with their own agenda, and come to start their own rebellion in Mali.
Yes,
and
sir.
Then before that, Mali was known to be from amongst one of the poorest country on this earth, and this war just happened to make it worse.
Yes.
At this point, we start a relief organization, which is based in Masjid Al-Farooq. What happened is, when the situation broke in Mali, the relief organization were already busy working in Syria and elsewhere.
Excuse me for 1 second. This is a live show. You can't call in because you know what Mali needs help. But I'm sorry, go ahead, sir.
Okay. So other relief organizations, of course, they have been doing a great job, but they just happen to be caught up in the midst of the situation in Syria and elsewhere, which also are some legitimate cause to help. So as a result of that, a little bit of efforts were going to Mali.
Yes,
so
sir.
we took up on our shoulder to bring the situation in Mali under the spotlight of the listeners and viewers, and also the generous people of a great country, U.S.
Excuse me, you know what? We have a caller. So, caller, go ahead and beat the drums, caller. Go ahead.
Hello?
Go ahead, sir.
Hello?
Go ahead,
Yes.
speak.
Okay.
Come on, speak, sir.
Yes, Brother Bradley.
Okay, go ahead.
Yes.
Okay, I'm calling just to congratulate you for your the great invitation you have to Brother Drama and Sister Fatima, and I'm enjoying watching you both and listening to what you have to say. Brother Bradley, thank you. We need more of these things to dispel the myth that a sister Muslim cannot speak publicly. So you that's great. I'm out of words. Keep up the good work. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam. Thank you so much for calling.
We got a next caller. Next caller, go ahead and beat the drums, caller.
How guys doing? I want to know, I'm going to ask you again, what happened in Africa the other day? Y'all doing a good job.
Alhamdulillah. Jazakallah. That means thank you, my brother.
Thank you.
Is it other caller? Next caller, go ahead and beat the drums like they did in Africa to disseminate information.
Alaikum.
Beat those drums. Go ahead.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam.
Yes, I got a question about Mali. What is the situation going down there? What's the position of the French government? Their position? What's the position of the United States? And do this have, or does it have an effect from what happened in Libya with Muammar Gaddafi? Can you connect those dots? What the government think about Mali, from America to France, and what they doing in there? What are the resources in Mali?
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. The answer to your question, actually, France came to save Mali, and when France answered the call, of course, the United States also tried to help. They didn't help with individuals, but they helped with airplanes, food, and I believe in
Logistics.
and logistics. Yes.
Well, let me ask a question is, for individuals that do want to help, what do? They call, they send you an email. Where you located? Do they go to Masjid Al-Farooq to Do they call up? Where do they go?
Masjid Al-Farooq.
Okay.
Yes.
And
The address.
The address of Masjid Al-Farooq is 8950 South Stony Island. As I said, we have already created a non-profit organization for the help for Mali. It's called Mali Relief, and you can check us online, www.malirelief.org. You can make your donation payable to Mali Relief at 8950 South Stony Island.
so, you know, I was looking at something. So there are tents that are needed, there are clothes that are needed. Now, if individuals have clothes, they drop the clothes off at Masjid Al-Farooq, or do they ship it over there individually? How do they?
So it depends, whichever way may be easy for the person. If he has the time, he can stop by and drop them off. Or if he wants, he can even give us a call. We are free and willing to go pick up the help from his location or her location.
Can you explain the plight of the people, share an experience that an individual is going through right now without revealing a name? Can you share an experience?
We thank our friends in the community, and I have a special thank for the Imam. When we came to knock on his door, he didn't only open his door, but he also took advantage of him being the leader in this community. He went and knocked on other doors, and we were able, with his help, to raise more money than Mali people could have raised by
Well,
themselves.
you know, when I'm speaking of is, I'm talking about of an individual that's going through the plight and the pain and not knowing that they don't have enough food to eat. Can you share a story with us so that people can feel?
Like right now, whether it is Timbuktu, Gao, Mopti, people are starving and they're dying every day, not only from starvation but from their injuries as well. And they need food, they need tents, they need roof over their head. And these people, when we're talking about these people, we're talking about females, we're talking about kids, and they're all innocent.
Yes.
We please need your help. Whatever you can donate, whether it is $1, $2, everything is welcome. Please help us. We are human beings before being Malians.
Okay. May I ask you, what two countries is Mali bordered by for individuals that may not? What two countries is it bordered by? Three. The surrounding.
You got Ivory Coast, Senegal, Mauritania, Burkina Faso.
Okay. I was just trying to give people an idea of the image that they could put in their mind. We got another caller. Go ahead and beat the drums, caller.
Yes, I just want to say that Sister Fatima has a beautiful skin complexion. So I just was calling in to ask her, what moisturizers does she use on her skin? Thank you.
Of course, it's the shea butter. It's a natural butter made in Mali. It's called shea butter. That's what she has been using.
Is that it?
I know she's so modest to
Yes,
mention that, but I'll like to
Yes,
jump
this
in
is it.
and save her from that.
Let me ask you something. Do you encourage other governments from around the world to donate more money? Can you send out a message to them? Because this will be seen all over the globe.
Of course, like
Of course, yes. They know our situation. Before the war, we were among the poorest country on earth. So with the war, it's even going to get worse for so long. That's the reason why we as individuals, we took the initiative, even though we don't have enough to put together, we took initiative to come and ask for more.
President Obama is in town. He might be looking at this. Can you make a plea to him? He might be looking at this.
Mr. President, please, would you let the United States of America help Mali get out of this situation with its citizens? And as a female and as a citizen from Mali, we need you, because in order for all of us to give our hands to get together and be strong, we need our stomach filled. We need to be healthy. Thank you.
Would you have anything to say to the president if he's listening?
The president of the great country, United States of America. And I'm sure in addition to what Sister Fatima had said, of course, at this point, Mali being what it is before the war and after the war comes in just made the situation worse. If you look at our neighboring country, for example, in Mauritania, Mali makes border with the Mauritania, and we have now like over 70,000 refugees there, the majority of which are women, elderly ones, and children. And they really has nothing to do with whatever situation may be, whatever political conflict may be. They just want to live a decent and peaceful life. And then, of course, you look at, again, the other side of Malian border towards Niger. We have a great number of refugees there, too. And again, we have a great numbers of refugees in Burkina Faso. And, of course, we have some few refugees towards the Algerian border, too, because Mali, from the north, we made border with these 4 countries. So we really need help. Of course, I know that the president have help in terms of logistic and some airplanes and others, but what we need now in Mali is not that people are starving, people are dying. I think if we could turn our attention towards the humanitarian help, that will be more grateful now and on in the future too.
Okay, y'all doing great. We have another telephone call. Caller, go ahead and beat the drums, caller.
Yes, Brother Bradley.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, this is Azaka. The question I have your guests, since they have a non-profit organization, have your guests contacted the congressman and the state senator of their district and get some political connection in order to do anything, whatever, in terms of alleviating the suffering in Mali? Thank you.
I'll let them respond to that. Okay.
Thank you too, and that's a part of our plan after creating non-profit organization, and we want to reach out to all the good citizens and our officers too in office and whatever way. And I'm sure that this is a doorway to that, because Malians are very few in the United States in general, and moreover in Chicago here. And then the few that we have, again, our voice have not been heard because we don't have access to the media, such as like radio and TV station.
Yes,
and if I'm not mistaken, I can say this is the first time for people to hear the story of Mali from Malians. So we thank you so much for doing that. And I'm sure that this is a first step for Mali Relief to get to the public and also to get to the office of the elected officers.
Yes. Can you give us an example of what $25 would mean? How meaningful that would be? $50. So people can get an idea. What could $25 do? What could $50 do?
As I said again, in Mali right now with the $4, you can feed almost a family for a day, and then you can pay the tuition of child just by $80 for a year, and then $150 you can get a tent for the whole family to live in, and then you can sponsor an orphan for his entire year, food, clothing, and living and education with $200 to $300.
Okay. You know what? We're running low on time, but you know we have one more caller. Okay. I'm gonna try to squeeze in one more. Okay, caller, go ahead and beat the drums. Go ahead.
Hello?
Yes, go ahead, sir.
Hello?
Go ahead, speak.
Yes, I'm sorry, I'm watching y'all show. I'm trying to see, I see y'all be talking about Mali and, Somalia, whatever, I'm saying. So I'm understanding, like, how can we come together and stop the violence in Chicago?
And thank you so much for the question. Of course, that is something that's been on, and we are working on it. And then this does not interfere with stopping the violence in Chicago. Of course, we are doing both, and we have a lot of campaign in the masjid. And even today, we are planning to talk about it, how to do to stop the violence here. And at the same time, too, and we should try to stop the violence abroad, too, because people here are people, and people there, too, they all share the same life, same value, and then they all feel the same pains. So just because we're talking about people in Mali does not mean that we forgot about people in Chicago here. We have all in the mind, and we are working on it. And coming together and working as a whole, we'll be able to stop the violence here and also violence there as well.
Yes. But you know what? We're running low on time, and you know what? I'm going to find out if my guests have any finishing comments and contact information, any finishing comments. Thank you for accepting the invitation.
You're welcome. Thank you so much for giving us the opportunity to come on your on this great show, and hopefully it's not going to be the first or the nor the last invitations. Again, with $4, you can help feed a whole family. With $25, you can help get a tent, and with $150, you can even help more. Please, just think about it. We waste food here every day. Okay. We have people starving. Contact us through the Masjid Al-Farooq, Mali Relief, or go on our website, www.malirelief.org.
Any finishing comments? Any finishing comments?
And we thank you so much, and we thank you, our listener, and viewer. And then, as Sister Fatima said, hopefully this will not be the last time. And again, the door is open for whatever kind of help you may have it. You can either check us online, or you can give us a call. We are willing to go to your house and pick up. And the phone number is 773-961-6611 or 773-425-0123. Again, you can ship whatever you might have, a canned goods, shoes, clothing, whatever, to 8950 South Stony Island. That is the office of Mali Relief.
Okay, Jazakallah. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah.
Assalamu alaikum to everybody. You've been looking at the Underground Railroad. We come on every Saturday night at 10:30, and this will be on YouTube. In Mali, hey, we doing what we can.
Thank you.
Thank you.
God bless everybody there.
You too.
Alhamdulillah.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you
more.
so much for your more.
We got one more. Alhamdulillah. I want.
Okay.
It will be embalmed with the kafan from fire. A terrible smell will come from it, which will actually harm the angels. And when it is taken up to the heavens, the doors will not be opened for it. In another tradition of Al-Barra radiyallahu an, more details are given. The Prophet ﷺ said, when the good soul passes the angels, they will say, Ma hadha ar-ruh at-tayyib? What is this good soul? They will say, and it will be said, Fulan ibni Fulan. Fulan, the son of Fulan, using the best names that person was called in the dunya. Till the soul reaches the first heaven, then it will be opened, and he will be escorted by the best angels in each heaven until he reaches the seventh heaven. Then Almighty Allah Azza wa Jal will say, Uktubu kitab abdi fil illiyin. Write the book of my slave in the illiyin. As he